Hey everyone, welcome back. We're watching the 4th episode of Andor today. After last episode, I do feel like the show has a lot of potential. I like the direction that they're taking it. Still not fully sold on Cassian as the main character, but I do feel like the show is going to explore aspects of the Star Wars universe that we don't really get to see a whole lot. Alright, let's get into it.
Take hold of something. Anyone behind us? Is that for Aldhani?
Calculating for Aldhani.
Are they coming? Do as I say.
Calculations complete.
I've been in a Thunder Hallcraft. I've flown them. Never seen one do that.
Well, it's been a day of surprises for all of us.
He's got shipboard AI.
What's that?
Mad Nog. Just a sip.
Seems to me you have two choices. Either I drop you somewhere and you start running, or you come with me and help with something important. Define important. Taking something of real value from the Empire. I don't need you to steal. I'm offering you everything you want, all at once. What is everything I want? Since you know so much about me. To put a real stick in the eye of the Empire. I wondered who you were. Who am I? Alliance, Sep, Guerrilla, Partisan Front. One of them. Isn't it all the same? It is to me. I think it's all useless. Better to spit on their food and steal their trinkets. It's better to leave. Better to eat, sleep, do what you want. I fought in Mimban when I was 16. 2 years of it. Straight out of prison into the mud. I'm one of 50 that survived. And who did it turn out we were fighting? Ourselves. You were on the ground in Mimban for 6 months. You came in as a cook. You lived because you ran. But you're right about one thing. The Empire had you fighting each other. Which should make you hate them all the more, and you do. I said I know you. I know the outside. I know what people tell me when I ask. The rest I imagine. I imagine your hate. I imagine that no matter what you tell me or tell yourself, you'll ultimately die fighting these bastards.
That's the truth.
Wouldn't you rather give it all at once to something real? I came for you.
Man, that's a lot of confidence. In Andor.
What's the offer? 5 days. Big stakes, big danger. Prep team, good plan. I'll give you 200,000.
So a heist?
What would we be stealing?
The quarterly payroll for an entire Imperial sector.
I'm gonna get a lot of credits. Holy crap, Coruscant. And when's the last time we saw Coruscant?
Any further erosion in local authority may require an increase in our black line budget.
Where would you target these new resources, Supervisor Grundy?
Increased surveillance, sir.
Looking for what?
Anti-imperial activity, as always.
Oh, this guy. Maester Qyburn?
What do we do here?
Sir?
What is our purpose? I open the question to the room. What do we do in this building? Why are we here?
We're here to further security objectives by collecting intelligence, providing useful analysis, and conducting effective covert action, sir.
That is verbatim from the ISB mission statement and wrong. Security is an illusion. You want security? Call the Navy. Launch a regiment of troopers. We are healthcare providers. We treat sickness. We identify symptoms. We locate germs, whether they arise from within or have come from the outside. Blessing, Morlana's sector, this incident on Ferrix.
Corporate security, sir. They're still in charge out there. They tried to serve a warrant and ran into more trouble than they'd anticipated.
Trouble meaning what?
Several dead, property damage, interruption of service. A stolen Imperial Star Path unit was recovered at the scene.
So they're gonna be on their trail. Maybe they shouldn't have left that thing behind. Aldhani.
Think of a name for yourself. Clem. For the next 5 days, you'll be Clem. Who's that?
You'll be working for her. She's gonna hate this idea to start. She's gonna argue with me.
Take this. It's a down payment. It's a Quati signet. Luke Kyber, Skystone, the ancient world. Celebrates the uprising against the Rakatan invaders. Don't take less than 50,000 for it. Just know it will always be worth more to me. I want it back when this is over.
They started patrolling the Old Stone Valley. It's a full day getting out here now.
I like hearing that. The vigilance.
Obviously something's wrong.
No. Actually, I think things are coming together.
Something I can help you with?
That's pretty convenient.
He's got steady nerves and he's not afraid to kill.
I can't believe you're doing
You're a
this.
pilot.
We go in 3 days.
Increases your chances of success dramatically.
Now, like this.
You're vulnerable and you know it. I'm buying a critical redundancy.
What do you mean buying?
I'm paying it.
We've been eating roots and sleeping on rocks for this rebellion, and now you've got a mercenary on board.
You're wasting energy. You know I'm right.
What would I tell the others?
You'll tell them it was always a part of the plan. You take him and we'll call it off. I was planning to shut you down. We'll take him in and lie about how it's come to pass. For the next 3 days, if for any reason... Look at me! You wanted to leave. This is what it comes to. You got 3 days. Something feels off, something turns. Someone starts to fold. You step up, you lead, you cancel the mission.
And if he's the problem?
Well, that's the advantage of renting him. He's disposable.
This is a very interesting setup we've got going. There's a lot going on here.
Clem!
You will immediately relinquish any and all comlinks, weapons, and scandocs. You will not return to your living quarters.
Oh man, he really messed up.
And said Ferrix incident.
Questions?
No. And no, you will not waste further Imperial time reading the report.
But that had nothing to do with this.
Well, exactly. It took the combined ingredients of idiocy, ineptitude, and total disengagement for this farce to have reached the full apex of incredulous disaster.
Seriously? And you, Deputy Inspector Khan?
Proud, are we? Take solace in this. You will not be replaced. You've rung the final bell on corporate independence. As of this morning, the Milana system is under permanent Imperial authority. Congratulations on that.
Dang. Man, that's a real blow to your ego. I wonder what his arc's gonna be.
Who is he?
You should have asked him that when you had the chance. He is something we will never discuss. When we get to camp, we're going to tell them this was my idea and we've been planning it all the while. We never mention him.
Man, so many lies.
Why so far?
We're robbing the armory at the Aldhani garrison. There's an Imperial airfield nearby and they've got nothing better to do than patrol. So, this is the safe route.
You're taking on an Imperial armory?
Are you not joining us?
Us? How many of us are there?
Now we are 7.
7. 7 against the garrison.
Save your wind! This is a long walk. Get down, Tuckett!
It was loud.
They won't be back today. Come on.
It says 5 dead. 1 local and 4 Primor security employees. They've misspelled Ferrix.
Where is my Starpath unit? Hang on. Barnesi. Unauthorized Imperial equipment. Ferrix 0430. Ensign retrieved a sealed Imperial NS9 Starpath unit from the site. Right, that gives us jurisdiction. I want you to go to Blevins' office, tell them we need everything they've got on Ferrix.
It might mean more if you win.
I don't want to spark his interest.
You're definitely gonna see a lot more bureaucracy. He's getting into character. What is he, a senator or something?
There used to be hundreds of settlements up here. 40,000 Aldhanis all across the Highlands. But it only took the Empire a decade to clear them out.
Kill them.
No. Drove them south. Aldhani has the unfortunate quality of being close to nothing and not very far away from everything. It's the perfect hub for distribution.
So who are we supposed to be?
There's still a few shepherds in the hills.
My assistant tells me you refused to turn over the file on this incident in Ferrex.
I have work to do.
That was an official request made by an officer of my staff.
You've been here, what, just over a year? You might want to steady the ladder before you start climbing.
Are you denying my request?
For the second time today.
Fine. I'll take it to Major Partagas.
Don't look down.
Everyone's dead. While you were sleeping, they came in, slit everybody's throat. You ride with Mossy, Garvish, Saul Guerrera.
Are we gonna get to see Forrest Whitaker in this?
Actually,
I know we'll definitely see him at some point in the series.
we better make sure they know what's coming.
Whoa, that's an AK. What the heck?
What's she doing?
That doesn't look like a Star Wars gun at all. God, that really takes me out of it. Why do they have modern-looking guns?
This is Clem.
They didn't do enough to those guns, man. That's just too iconic of a design.
Good late for surprises.
That's Skeen. This is Taramin. We've always known we were short a man.
Can I speak with you?
Let's get Clem settled in.
Good to have you,
Clem.
We'll take all the help we can get.
Let's get to it. We'll work Clem into the program at drill.
Mother.
That's for leaving.
What are you staring at?
Blaster bin. Needs to be cleaned. Apologies in advance. We're trying to save our pain meds.
How'd you know him?
He comes highly recommended.
So you don't know him?
I know that we need him. That's all I'll say. Anything else is a violation of security.
He's committed. I'm feeling that. I want to.
Feel what?
His belief in the cause. When it comes down to it, that's all I need to know.
Bell!
I trust him. Okay?
Everything is so grimy in this show. Everyone's lying about something.
Senator, what a pleasure to see you.
You as well, Luthen. Sorry to be so late.
Free your mind, Senator. This is a place where time stands still. It's hard being surrounded with this much history and not be humbled by the insignificance of our daily anxiety. We often refer to the gallery as Coruscant's unofficial temple of patience.
Well, I have to start coming here more often.
He's an art dealer?
So, a gift for your husband.
Yes, it's his day of days. It's a Chandrilan custom.
I put aside a few things. If I recall, he has an interest in military artifacts. You see the ceremonial variety in many places, but this is the real thing. It's a unique gift for most, but it's a treasure for the true aficionado.
We just got in some terribly interesting coins.
Yeah.
I'm trying to expand parents' taste beyond fighting implements. Is there anything else that might interest
Well,
you?
your timing is excellent. I have something very special that just came in.
14,000 years old.
The sun goddess and a serpent from the overworld sharing the same mouth. If you can't deliver, I need to know.
Do you think I'm not trying?
I never think that. But I need to start planning if you're no longer coming through for us.
The money's there. It's just getting very dangerous to move it around. As in, you spy every day at the Senate. I visit the bank. They're all new faces.
You got a new driver.
I feel under siege. I found someone I think can help me.
Someone who?
We got another player in the game.
No.
I know what I'm asking.
No. We're vulnerable enough. We need funding, not more people to worry about.
Don't lecture me on vulnerability.
Why don't you take this on loan?
May I?
If your husband doesn't love it, I'll be glad to take it back.
You'll be here?
Well, if not, Claire can always reach me. Claire, can we have this wrapped with the senator?
What the hell is going on? When did this happen? He's here now? Where?
Getting cleaned up.
And we've no say in this?
It's not a boat.
Just like that.
It's been in the works.
What were you going to do if I couldn't get here today? Just turn up with an extra face to explain.
I knew you'd come through.
We don't even have enough comms as it is.
We have 2 spares.
That was our backup.
Clem is our backup.
Boy, they're really setting up the stakes for this heist.
I should have been consulted.
On that we agree. This is Lieutenant Gorn. He's our contact at the garrison.
Wounded, on top of it.
On top of what?
On top of being someone I've never met who suddenly got my neck in their hands.
I know the feeling.
Man, what has he got himself into? Been swept up in all this so fast.
All our attention toward the Lodens.
How long do we have you?
I've got a midnight inspection.
Let's get going.
It's an opulent
Dinner for the
place.
governor.
What governor?
The governor of Hannah. My regimental mate, that governor.
That's tonight. Are you enjoying this?
No, just looking forward to seeing some old friends.
Who else is coming?
Season charts just there.
You can't be serious. These people hate me. They spend every day trying to undo anything I've touched.
Well, perhaps tomorrow they'll think twice.
You shouldn't have invited them without making sure I was aware.
What, it's a bit late to cancel.
Well played, Perrin. And no, I'm not being serious. Don't seat them near me.
Oh, I've taken care of that. You're at the boring end of the table. These people are fun.
Who are they? Are they fun? Your fun friends just cut off their shipping lanes yesterday. Do you know how many will starve? Don't do this again.
There's rumour you bought me a present.
It's going back.
Must everything be boring and sad?
Not a great marriage.
The Sacred River.
Oh, that's a nice model.
Now, the Aldhani garrison is a depot for supplies, weapons, and the payroll for the entire Imperial sector. Runway opening here.
I'll do it. Inspector of that piece. Ray gets him stiffly.
The runway descends underground to the flight deck of a single Max 7 Rono freighter. We're taking crates of payroll from that room, loading the freighter, and escaping out of the runway tunnel.
Obviously, it's not to scale.
Escaping? How far is the airbase?
From the garrison.
50 clicks, you said.
52.
Fine, 52. They'll be on you in minutes.
9 minutes. We've timed it.
It's a suicide run.
Exactly.
That's why they only keep a 40-man regiment in the garrison.
Because they know no one's stupid enough to try it.
No one but us.
Great.
These old stones. Nasmabrani, it's a temple, or what's left of it, that once sat on the mighty river.
The Aldhanis gather in this valley for a celestial event they call Makani Bredani, the Eye of Aldhani. Imagine 50 meteor showers all at once, but like a curtain being pulled across the sky.
You've seen this?
I've been here almost 7 years. I've seen it twice. The Eye, it's not something you'll soon forget.
From the ground, it's a thing of beauty. And the sky is chaos.
I can't wait to see it.
We've calculated an escape trajectory that gets us out just before the eye closes.
That's your car.
Yes. Gets us in, gets us out. Now, you've got a lot to learn and very little time to do it. So, what we need to know is, are you in all the way?
That's what she said. Ah, come on, dude. That was too easy. I could not go for that.
From the incident on
The
Ferrix.
star path unit that was recovered at the scene has been traced to a theft at an airbase under my jurisdiction, sir.
She's overreaching to increase the size of her portfolio.
Is it worth creating this much intra-office friction in the pursuit of what seems like a straight-up case of a robbery gone awry?
I'm seeing signs of coordinated activity over a number of sectors.
What activity?
Gut instinct.
You came to us from enforcement.
Yes, sir.
Here, we act on vetted and verified information. You have 2 sectors to supervise. Levin is handling 6. He does, I will admit, hew to the traditional viewpoint of this office and its staffing. He is, I'm sure, a challenge to work with. There's a high bar for your performance, Lieutenant. Unfair, perhaps, but senseless to ignore and potentially the foundation of a uniquely superior career. On a positive note, I was impressed with your detention numbers from Sev Top, far above the quota. Maybe sending more of that sort of work your way.
Thank you, sir.
We're done.
Know how to use this?
Yeah.
That's the Rono freighter specs and the console layout. That's an Aldhani phrase book.
Can I eat my food?
You'll eat, you'll let Cinta check the bandage, and you'll have learned all that by morning.
Okay, I'm actually pretty excited for the next episode now. They did a really good job of setting up the stakes. This heist means a lot to a lot of people. And we got a whole bunch of new characters as well. This really does feel like a spy thriller. With all the lying, it feels like some people are playing both sides. All the espionage. I'm really interested to see where the show goes. Of course, we all know that this ends with Cassian Andor pulling off one final heist before eventually dying. And it's really doing a good job of kind of setting up how the Rebel Alliance comes about. How they go from being a fractured group of different rebellions into one unified force that eventually defeats the Empire. Anyways, until next time, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.